Aloha everyone and welcome to Skincare with Hyram. If you don't know who I am, my name is Hyram and I'm passionate about teaching you how to perfect your skincare routine. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week. I just want to apologize, I look a little bit like a mess today. The hair is not touched up, the nose is red, the skin is going through it. This little guy happened to show up. I named him Bernie. I hope Bernie doesn't stay long. Yeah, I look like I'm going through it, because I am. But that's a conversation for another time. Today, I'm going to be doing a video I haven't done in a long time, even though I said I was going to do it like every single freaking series on my channel where I say I'm going to make another video just like it and then I never do. I'm going to be making skincare routines for my subscribers. Yes, all of you guys. Well, not all of you. I wish I could do that. I did this once or twice before and it's been a while, so I'm honestly so excited to do it again. Here's how it works. If you aren't following me on Instagram already, I mean, that's your first mistake. Change it up, bro. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm always posting about like upcoming videos, how you can be a part, a chance for you to be featured, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, you don't get to be a part of those. And we're almost at 1 million on Instagram, so exciting. I asked you guys a little bit ago to message me your skin concerns for a chance to be featured because I want to make some of you guys skincare routines. How this is going to work is I'm going to read your message and then provide you with some of my favorite products or an entire skincare routine to help you specifically with that problem, to hopefully give you guys a little bit of guidance, and anyone out there who is struggling with a similar issue has some product recommendations. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to randomly select one of the people that reach out to me and I'm going to message you and hook you up with the skincare routine for free. F-R-E-E, bitch. I didn't do that the last time and I thought this would be a super fun way to be able to hook one of you guys up with an entire skincare routine and, you know, put my money where my mouth is, because I'm making skincare routines for you guys. I at least have to give one skincare routine out, and I want to keep doing this every time I make one of these videos. First, as I get into this, I want to say I am not a licensed esthetician or a dermatologist, and this is not meant to be medical advice or any professional advice whatsoever. If you are struggling with any like severe conditions or concerns or things that just really aren't, please go to a dermatologist to get that shit treated. This is just a way for me to be able to provide some product suggestions, help you guys out a little bit, but please, as always, like I always say in my videos, this is not meant to be professional advice. And second, I want to say for some of these messages, I'm not going to be making an entire skincare routine. I am just going to be recommending some products, but the goal is to give you product recommendations to help with these specific issues so that, you know, you're taking care of it. So however many products I feel are necessary to help you with your issue and overall just help your skin, that's how many suggestions I will provide. So let's get into it. Also, I want to say, James Charles, if you're watching this, thank you for shouting me out in your video. Holy fucking shit. I'll show you guys what I mean.
This has literally become like my favorite product in the entire world. I am not Hyram. You definitely should check him out if you guys need any skincare advice. And just because this works for me does not mean that it'll work for you.
I was featured in a James Charles video. How does one go up from here? One of you guys messaged me just being like, you need to go watch James Charles' new video. And I was about to start driving, so I just put on the video and then just started driving, and I heard him say my name and I literally let out a scream that lasted for about 40 seconds. 40.5. 40.3. I am just overwhelmed and I can't believe my life, and thank you so much, James. I really appreciate it, even if you did say my name wrong, but that's okay. We'll work with it. It's all good. My name is hard to say. Hi. The first one is from Caitlin, and she says, fine lines on my forehead and I'm 22, sad face. I use retinol, I drink plenty of water, I don't use any harsh products, I double cleanse, I use hyaluronic acid, then a light moisturizer and SPF. Help! Okay, so I was really happy to see this concern because this is something I can personally relate to, as I struggled with really deep wrinkles in my face when I was like 18, 19 years old, and I didn't know how to get rid of them. And it does take a multifaceted approach to be able to target something as severe as fine lines on the face, because that's one of the deepest forms of damage that you can have on your skin. So first thing, Caitlin, I'm so glad you're using a retinol. That's definitely a must if you want to help with aging, but you also want to use it in addition to other really good beneficial ingredients that can help the skin regenerate itself. For example, chemical exfoliation is amazing because it'll get rid of the dead skin cells, and it just helps to ensure that you have the freshest skin cells on the surface of your skin. My dream combination for targeting anti-aging is offsetting the days you use retinol and exfoliant. One night use retinol, one night use an exfoliant, one night take a break, and just repeat that cycle over and over again, and you will see pretty dramatic results. Like, I saw incredible results within my skin, and so many people I've talked to who are, you know, within the same age range struggling with premature aging have also seen beneficial results from doing that. Exfoliation will help to ensure that you have the freshest, most youthful skin cells on your face, and retinol will help to target the deeper damage and to increase the skin's regenerative cycle so that you're just pumping out those fresh skin cells. I noticed that you do say you drink a lot of water. Unfortunately, water really plays no impact in aging within the skin. There's no link link between water and skin health. If I were to suggest one acid, I would say use glycolic acid. The Inculus glycolic acid toner is a great one to start to really boost up the chemical exfoliation that you get, or the ordinary glycolic acid toner is great as well. Or I would also suggest using a blend of multiple types of exfoliating acids, because that will really help you ensure you're getting the most exfoliation possible. One that I like is the Kate Somerville Liquid Exfoliate. This one has 3 different types of exfoliating acids to really give you those good results that you want. If you find that you're really wanting to up your retinol game though, I would recommend trying out a prescription grade retinol like tretinoin. The reason why is that standard retinol products that we find are only so strong. They can only do so much. When you have prescription grade, it can do way more and is way more effective for getting rid of that deep damage. Dermatologists can be really expensive, so a great way to get access to prescription is to go through Curology. I mean, I love Curology, and my specific treatment has tretinoin in it, which is a prescription grade retinoid. They do very low concentrations, so it's not anything crazy, but a really good way for you to be able to hyper target that aging. In addition to that, make sure you're using the highest level of protection possible for sunscreen, definitely an SPF 50. I'd recommend the Beat Shield by Krave Beauty because this one kind of gives like a plumping, hydrating finish to the skin, which is great if you are wanting to distract from any fine lines on your face. And then finally, a non-skincare tip that helped me so much to get rid of the fine lines on my face. I did an entire video talking about how I got rid of my aging. You can find it in the description box below. Try to control your facial movements as much as possible. I feel like what typically happens with people who experience extreme premature aging when they're age 20, 22, 25 is that they're very expressive with their face. And I used to be the exact same way. I used to like crease my forehead all the time, squint my eyes all the time, make crazy faces 24/7. And so I started being conscious about how much I was moving my forehead to really like stabilize it as much as possible. Not to squint as much, to wear sunglasses so I wasn't squinting in the sun, while still being, you know, my true personality. I wasn't like trying to be serious or anything, but that really helped specifically with my forehead area where my wrinkles were worst. And I would suggest that as well. Be mindful about your facial movements and try to control them in a way to where you can still smile and laugh, but where you don't have to be necessarily so expressive that you're creating these problems. I hope that helps, Caitlin. Oh, by the way, all the products I'm talking about in today's video will be linked in the description box below. If you do feel like purchasing any of these products yourself, I would really appreciate if you use them because I do make a small commission that helps to support me and my channel, but no pressure. They're just there if you want to use them. They'll be there if you don't. Not a big deal. All right, this is from Liana. She says, "Hey Hyram, one of my skin concerns is that I live in Florida and it is insanely humid and hot. My skin is always so oily and my chin breaks out all the time from the sweat. Any suggestions?" I feel this in my core so much. Hawaii is very similar, although I will say I have heard Florida is even more humid than here, which if that's the case, bless you, child. That is a lot to deal with. But I understand this because I used to work jobs where I was just running around 24/7 on my feet during the summer, and I would be drenched in sweat. Like a normal work day would be the entirety of my back soaked in sweat, my clothes smelling. It was just not a cute look. And it was so difficult finding products that were effective, but weren't just increasing the layering on my face. But I have some product recommendations for you straight from me who has experienced this as well. And I found products that make a huge difference. First off, the one right here, which will help with your breakouts and your excess sebum, the Tea Tree Relief Serum from iUNIK. This one is incredible because it's like water. It soaks into the skin so quickly, but it has incredible ingredients like niacinamide, tea tree extract, which will help to control the sebum and excess oil on your face as much as possible, and other soothing and treatment ingredients which will help the breakouts on your skin. This one sinks into the skin so quickly that it honestly feels like nothing, and I highly recommend it. My tried and true holy grail, the First Aid Beauty Coconut Water Cream. This one is just incredible because it withstands any type of oiliness, sweatiness, and you do not feel it sweating out of your skin. It sinks into the skin within 10 seconds, 5 seconds. Feels so good and is extremely lightweight. My classic, the Dear Claire Soft UV Area Essence. It's the sunscreen that you can reapply over and over again and it feels like nothing on the skin. Super lightweight, great if you have oily skin and you're in a humid environment. I also will say though, it is not 100% necessary that you use a moisturizer throughout the day. I know. I heard the gasps. When you have extremely oily skin and you're in that humid of an environment, it's not completely necessary if you're properly moisturizing overnight and if you're using a sunscreen, because most sunscreens have moisturizing ingredients already in them. It basically functions like a moisturizer. It needs to do this in order to properly disperse the UV filters across your face. So if you skip over the moisturizer and just go straight to sunscreen, that's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. Just make sure you're using a good, heavier moisturizer overnight that's going to help to make sure your skin is properly hydrated. Best of luck, Liana. So this is from Rabab. Rabab, I'm so sorry if I spelled your name wrong. So this is a little bit of a long message, and unfortunately for time's sake, I'm not able to answer everything, but I will answer the first part. She says, "I have really bad fungal acne and so far nothing is working. I'm using salicylic acid cleanser and niacinamide." So this is a problem that I see very frequently for people who do struggle with fungal acne. If you aren't familiar with what fungal acne is, or the proper term malassezia folliculitis, go watch my video down below talking about fungal acne. I give all my recommendations there, but as opposed to normal acne where something like salicylic acid will help, fungal acne acne is not acne. It's actually a fungus essentially that grows on your skin from too much moisture and hydration. It usually happens for people who are in really humid environments or if you're using too many moisturizing ingredients. I recommend two different things. First, get your hands on, I can't find it, the Nizoral shampoo. This one has an ingredient called ketoconazole, which is going to help to get rid of the fungal acne on your face. I know it sounds weird, put a shampoo on your face. It's definitely bizarre, but use it as a face mask, and this will help to really clear up your fungal acne. But in addition to that, rather than me recommending products, I would recommend you simplifying your routine as much as possible. It could be possible that you're using too many moisturizing ingredients, too many serums, creating this overabundance of sebum on your face where the fungal acne can thrive. By reducing and simplifying your routine as much as possible, this is really going to help to curb the root problem of the issue, which is likely too much moisture and hydration. But keep using that niacinamide because that will always be a good ingredient to use. Thank you, Rav. Bryn says, can sunscreen make you break out? I started using one 2 weeks ago and now I've been getting the pimples that don't really look like anything, but they hurt and feel like it's deep in your skin. So I saw so many messages with this exact same, almost dropped my phone, with this exact same problem, talking about how you guys started using a new sunscreen and it started really stinging and burning your skin. Let's dissect, shall we? Sunscreen can be a tricky thing because it does sometimes sensitize people's skin. And while you can't have a sensitivity to any ingredient, chemical UV filters within the USA tend to be the most irritating. And usually in my experience and from what I've seen with dermatologists, the reason why you might be experiencing irritation. So if you turn your sunscreen around, you will see at the top of the ingredient list or at the top of the label, the active ingredients, and you'll see the sunscreen ingredients that are used. If it has oxybenzone, octocrylene, octinoxate, avobenzone, those can be really sensitizing to the skin. But even if yours does say something like zinc oxide or titanium dioxide, take a note of that because that might be what's making your skin sensitive. And that way, when you purchase sunscreens from now on, you aren't using a sunscreen with the same ingredient. But overall, I would recommend going for a sunscreen that has zinc oxide only. The reason why, zinc oxide is an incredible ingredient and protects against both UVA and UVB. It's non-sensitizing and can actually help soothe irritated skin. And it's the least risky for coral bleaching. There are so many ones out there. You can find them in my best sunscreens video, but one of the best I would recommend is the Purito Comfy Water SPF 50. This one is a mineral zinc oxide based sunscreen that feels like water on the skin. It has a very minimal white cast. I would say it's about a white cast of 1. It feels amazing. It's fragrance free and it has Centella asiatica to soothe irritated skin. If you use this sunscreen and you still notice sensitivity and irritation, then I definitely recommend going to a dermatologist and seeing what the problem is. As I start, I want to say your sunscreen should not sting or burn your skin. That's a bad sign. No, we don't like that. And if you are using any sunscreen or just any product at all that makes your skin sting and burn when you use it, please don't use that. Your skin should not be feeling that way. Thank you so much, Bryn. And you know, that's all I was going to do, but let's do one more just because I feel like it and I love reading your messages. This is from Michelle. She says, Maskne and clogged pores, but also have dry skin. I work in an intensive care unit, so I have 12 hours of number 95s. I'm sending good skin vibes. Oh my God, girl, I should be sending good skincare vibes to you. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for the way that you're contributing to the betterment of world and humanity right now. Like, honestly, I have so much respect for nurses who are battling through the daily struggle of having to not only see the things that you see, but put yourself and your families at risk every single day. It is so, it's just so admirable. Thank you so much for what you're doing. But yes, this has been a struggle for a lot of people. The number one thing to do is to be careful about what you use on your skin. I know when you're having acne, it can be really tempting to use like a lot of treatment ingredients, but right now your skin is compromised. The moisture barrier is wrecked and it needs help. So I would recommend going in with a deeply nourishing, really rich moisturizer to be able to help repair the skin barrier as much as possible. Use this overnight and right before you put on the mask to make sure you're protecting that area as much as possible. One that I recommend is the Biossance Squalane Omega Repair Cream. This one is one of the most hydrating creams I've ever found. Deeply nourishing, and the primary ingredient is squalane, which is a great moisturizing agent. Or another recent product I found per recommendation of Makeup for Women of Color on Twitter, the CeraVe Healing Ointment. It's an amazing protective moisturizer that will not only help overnight, but specifically right before you put on the mask to lock in that hydration as much as possible. As long as you're doing that, I would say it's okay afterwards to go in with your treatments, so long as you're being careful, but you want to make sure that you're moisturizing as much as possible. I'd recommend using a niacinamide treatment like the ordinary niacinamide serum because this will help prevent redness, reduce sensitivity, and prevent any acne scarring that you could get from the breakouts. And then for a good acne treatment, try the Phyla Salicylic Acid Cleanser. This one is formulated with the treatment ingredient salicylic acid, but it's in such a hydrating and nourishing formula that it's not going to overly strip your skin and contribute to more of those problems. I hope that helps. Thank you, Michelle, and thank you for all that you're doing. And now we come to the winner. Let me pull up my random name picker. Let's see who wins a skincare routine. I'm excited. Okay, here we go. Oh, Michelle won. Yes, honestly, I feel like we can all say, everyone who participated in this video, she definitely deserves it for all the help that she's giving the world right now. Congratulations, Michelle. I will be contacting you on Instagram, and please reply. I really want to give you free skincare products. And yeah, that does it for this video. Thank you to everyone who participated, and make sure you go follow me on Instagram so you can be featured in the next video. I'm so excited to do this again. This was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see who wins a free skincare routine the next round. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel and to the notification bell so that you can see my videos every single week, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah.